And
Hello.
tell us where you're from.
Oh, well, we're both from from ancient Rome
Yep, via...
via California for the United States of
Los
America.
Angeles, New World Romans.
Yes.
Right. I wasn't aware the Romans had got as far as that, but perhaps my knowledge isn't all it should
we're
be.
living proof that they did.
Yeah.
Yes, a galley got blown across the ocean.
Yeah.
And they started a little settlement, and now there are Romans in the New World.
There you go, the things you learn on these tours, guys. Fantastic. So I was chatting to you guys earlier, and you are professional Romans, as you might say. This is your...
We're
some
professional living historians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So what are your Roman names, then, if I may ask?
My name is Pompeia Pulchra
Can I just
Crispina.
clip onto you, sir? Pompeia?
Pompeia Pulchra
Yep.
Crispina.
Wow. I'm loving your hair, by the way. That's.
thank you.
How would you have got those curls? Would there been a heater?
With something that looks like a bit of saltwater taffy, like a rod, and you heat it and you just wrap it around.
Yeah.
But I would have had probably a platoon of body slaves to help me.
Yes.
You know, it's like
Can't you do it yourself, can you?
No.
A lady of prestige and standing, such as you.
Exactly. Right. Yes. Why do it myself when I can have 20 other people to help me?
That's what slaves are for, right?
Yes, senior Centurion's pay packet is pretty significant, so we are able to afford a fairly good retinue of slaves to look after us. And there's also some military orderlies as well.
So what military outfit do you belong to, then?
Legio Sexta Victrix Pia Fidelis. That's the 6th Legion, faithful and loyal.
And where was the 6th Legion originally raised?
It was originally raised in... where was it originally raised? I think it was originally raised in Gaul.
Yeah.
By Julius Caesar, and then it went through many different permutations. And the branch that we end up with here was actually formed by Octavian.
Yeah.
And through very many adventures, it made its way up, and it was stationed right here in Eboracum.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, the 6 we're here. So you got quite a lot of metal work on your chest there. Do you want to talk us through who's being depicted?
Okay. Well, these are all the medals. These are called filare.
Yeah.
And these are what I've won through my various campaigns under the emperors that I've served. I've served 2 emperors, Trajan, now deified, and the current emperor, Hadrian.
Yes.
And in these campaigns, some of them look back to my past. This one is the Emperor Nerva. It's kind of an old, weazened-looking man.
Yes.
He was an elderly fellow when he became emperor, but my father became a Roman citizen under the Emperor Nerva, so that has specific relevance to me.
Just hold that a little bit closer to you.
Over here is...
just lift the mic up a little bit.
Yeah, this one is the young Emperor Octavian Augustus, later became Caesar Augustus.
Yep.
The founder of the state that we live in right now.
Yep.
And he is... he's depicted very young here. This is the god Zeus or Jupiter Ammon.
Yeah.
So he's Jupiter, but he has ram's horns like this.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So that's symbolic of Egypt and the East in general. This is the campaign that I fought with Trajan in the East against the Parthians. This is Oceanus. This is the god of the ocean. So we had to cross the ocean in several cases to fight our campaigns. And then these are all relevant to the campaign against the Dacians in the north. This is Selinus, a little wine god sprite. This is Cupid, also relevant to the north, and this is the lion.
So you've seen a lot of action, haven't you?
Seen a lot of action.
But you look relatively unscathed. You've obviously...
I've got a few bings and bangs and bumps. There's something I just suffered today on the march through the town.
So what have we got down here then? So you've got shin protectors.
Greaves, yes.
Yeah.
These are sort of they're both protective, and they're also the mark of a centurion. Centurions tended to wear greaves where the general line soldiers did not.
Yeah. Someone just asked, do you know where the red would have come from for these very distinctive dyes and colours?
There's 2 dyes they use: madder and cochineal.
Cochineal for the beetles.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, yeah. So those are the main sources for red in the ancient world. And so that's what would have. My tunic is linen, So it would have required like a mordant to make the proper dye, but that is kind of a cochineal sort of color.
Yeah.
And the blue would be what would be used for blue, woad or something.
Woad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So these dyes, I mean, I'm not really
Textile.
I'm not a
No, it's
textile
fine.
expert.
It's just an interesting question.
I'm a man of war. So.
I've noticed this piece of metal here
Oh,
that
this is-
you're holding. So can you tell us a bit about this?
Yeah, well, this is actually the tag. So it says, you know, it's
her
Pompeia's bag, actually, you know, because I'm kind of a fashionista before him. That's
Right.
my job. You know, I Roman lady for a living.
So you're setting the standards for today's fashions.
Exactly.
Tomorrow's fashions today.
Right,
Yeah.
on Rome's northernmost marches.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing it all from the Mediterranean.
You're an influencer of the.
That's right. Yes, I'm one of the original influencers, the OG influencers.
And so what would be carried in this bag then? So a little
Well-
leather sort of pouch type.
Probably just a few coins.
Yeah.
Know, just for show. I don't really have to actually. I can put
Although
everything
your
on
servants
credit.
would carry your money. You would just say, pay the man. And then you
Or I just tell them I'm the Centurion's wife, and I just simply sign for it.
Yeah.
And then they just come collect it a month
Your
later.
wood's good. Yeah. Your credit's good here.
That's right. Possibly a couple hairpins. You know, they tend to fall out. Really, that's it. In the
You
age
can't show them
before,
what's in there now because that's totally inappropriate.
right? That's my soul stealer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't.
We'll not go there. And this brooch I'm looking at is a
Yes.
black, attractive black brooch.
This
there.
is
It's like a jet,
actually
isn't it?
Whitby jet.
I was going to say it's jet, isn't it? Yeah.
Mhm, so I'm going to step out of character and tell you that this is not actually a Roman one. Roman pieces of jet on the market are hard to acquire. This is actually a Roman revival Victorian brooch.
Okay, yeah.
As is the bracelet.
Yeah.
This is, and it's identical to the one that's on the ivory bangle lady in the museum.
Yeah.
It's a jet. So I wanted to do something in jet. And the necklace as well, because we were coming to York.
It's lovely,
and,
yeah.
You know, do as the Romans do.
Yeah, we've been over on tours to Whitby, so these guys know about jet and obviously how that's compressed
Right.
water under the sea, isn't it?
It's right.
It's not stone. Or
No,
it's
it's wood. It's
Peculiar
organic.
feel to it too. It has a strange kind of slick feeling when you run your finger up there.
yeah, it's an amazing material, isn't it? And it takes millions of years.
Yeah.
You know, a minimum like 2 million years to work, possibly
right.
20 million years to come together to create that. Otherwise, it just doesn't have that luster.
Even wearing pieces that are not, I mean, you know, a couple hundred years old, it still allows you to sort of shake hands with the past. This ring I'm wearing is actually a Roman ring.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the few that I do have, but I feel very close to whomever wore it. You know.
Yeah.
And like we say, that allows us to shake hands with the past. It sort of bridges the gap between yesterday and today.
Yeah. And has much jewellery been found in excavations? Have we got quite a good hoard, if you like, of Roman jewellery to draw from when it comes to...
Yeah, quite literally a treasure trove.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of styles. But you do find that there's actually styles trending throughout the Roman Empire. I mean, if you go anywhere from Salamantica to the gates of Ecbatana to Britannia to North Africa, you still find the same styles, you know, because they're just following the Roman wave.
And this outfit that you're wearing, is an awful lot, obviously, of fabric has kind of gone into that. Is it all one piece, or is there?
No, it's actually two pieces.
Yeah.
And it's a little different than a lot of Roman ladies wear. My style is influenced by the Fayum portraits in Egypt. The women on those encaustic portraits.
Yeah.
They're funerary portraits. I usually call them the Fayum fatale women because they're so lovely. And the dresses are much more structured.
Yeah.
And they do have this stripes called the claviite, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the style that I like. It's a little less flowy than some of the other dresses that you might see in the Mediterranean at the same period of time.
Stripes are also a symbol of they're status symbol.
Status symbol.
So,
Okay.
you know, like an officer will have stripes on his tunic, or you know, they have a certain officer called a tribune Laclavius, which is the broad stripe, and then there's tunic of the tribune of the narrow stripe. So
Yeah.
whether it's broad or narrow indicates what social status you're in.
Would your outfits change much with the seasons?
They would actually, especially in climates like this. I was telling somebody, as a matter of fact, stepping out of character again, I did an event up at Hadrian's Wall, and I came in very lightweight handkerchief linen and very, very delicate sandals, and then the sky opened up, and the outfit lasted about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So the typical wardrobe malfunction. So, but the women that were wearing much more hardier fabric, like lanolized wool, they did much better.
You weren't the first Roman to be caught out by the weather up at Hadrian's Wall.
That's exactly right. So, and you find that with a lot of the reenactors, you know, their outfits do match the climate in which they're participating. Just probably it's like back in the old days. You know, everybody wore basically the same garment, the tunic that stitched the ancient world together, but everybody had climate variations of it.
Fantastic. Listen, guys, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm just going to turn the screen round. People, Cheryl from West Virginia is just gone, but everybody else is going to give you a wave. Some heart shapes. We'll see where people are from. They're from Canberra in Australia, as you can see there. Lorraine in Waterloo, Ontario. So it's a global audience we've been chatting to. So lots of folk from back home. I know that we've got New Yorkers on here. We've got people from Arizona and various other places in the States. So can they look out for you then? Because I understand that you guys have done some TV work.
Well, we've done some Nat Geo and the History Channel, a couple movies.
Yeah.
The true story of Hannibal, the true story of Alexander the Great. We've appeared in that. Most recently, there was something called Party Like an Emperor that was on. Was that on
Nat
National
Geo?
Yeah.
Right, which still gets replayed from time to time. So we make appearances in that. And we're working on the lady here is working on a feature film at the moment as a historical consultant. So
for a Boudica film, so we're hoping to do it really, really well.
What a heroine she was.
Yes,
yes.
she absolutely
And we were chatting about earlier before
she's
of
a
how
scurrilous terrorist.
how strong the women were of that era, that there was no sense of, because you're a woman, you couldn't be a leader of men in the battlefield.
Right. But in that type of society, like I was saying, there was a much more egalitarian society. Women fought alongside with men, and they were able to pick up the mantle, in her case, when her husband died, and they actually followed her. So I think it's something to aspire to. But
Absolutely.
Roman women weren't to be underestimated. You know, they were politically very shrewd.
I'll show you a lovely earring, just as you turn out. We haven't seen those.
Oh, thank you. Yes, these
Aren't they
are these are modern reproductions of Roman Mediterranean style earrings.
So the position of women in Roman society then was quite different to Boudica's position within the Iceni.
Right. You wouldn't have found probably if the most formidable weapon a Roman woman would have wielded was either a hairpin or a ladle.
I thought you were saying a tongue then.
Well, the wagging tongue. The wagging tongue was a formidable.
That's the thing that
weapon
most men fear. Of all the weapons in your armour, it's the tongue. Believe you me, that's the one we all fear the most.
The Centurion does have a commander, and
Yeah.
that is it right
Yeah.
there. Yes.
Yes, you're second in command, in effect.
Yes.
So that's why I wear the stripes in the family too. Yeah.
Fabulous. Thank you guys
Thank you
so much. It's been
again.
absolute
Thank
delight.